Hi, I'm Jeremy, and you're listening to Verse by Verse. Be angry. Something about that instruction doesn't sound very Christian, does it? The Bible tells us that the meek will inherit the earth, to turn the other cheek. The fruit of the Spirit includes gentleness and patience and kindness. Those are some of the core principles of following in the footsteps of Jesus Christ. But here, in the Bible, in the inspired Word of God, is a truly unusual instruction. Psalm 4, verse 4 begins with, "Be angry." But there's more, and context matters. It says, "Be angry and do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still." Think about all the ways the world around you glorifies anger. Think about all the cliched phrases we have that put anger front and center. "Oh, they're not going to treat me like that. I'm going to call their supervisor and give them an earful. If you think you can get away with this, you've got another thing coming." Anger drives thoughts like these. Someone wronged me, and I'm going to settle the score. Psalm 4, verse 4 tells us something different. It gives us conditions, a fence for our anger. Yeah, be angry. Yeah, there are things in this life that Christians can and should be angry about. But then what? Do not sin. When something gets you ticked off and riled up, what do you do with that anger? The world often tells us to put that anger in the driver's seat, to let it build up and bubble over, to allow our rage to motivate our words and our actions. Psalm 4 says, no. You can feel that anger. There are things worth getting angry about, but your anger does not get to be in charge. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still. Think it through. Mull it over. Give the situation some serious thought, but be still. Don't let anger become the thing deciding what you do and what you say. And then the psalm says, Selah. This is a Hebrew word that we think indicates a pause or an interlude in the psalm. It might be a place to pause and reflect on what's been said so far. And then, verse 5 continues, "Offer the sacrifices of the righteous, and put your trust in the Lord." Other passages in the Old Testament show us that God cared more about the heart and the attitude behind the sacrifice than the physical offering itself. We can give Him the very best we have, but if our hearts are in the wrong place, the sacrifice itself means nothing. And the solution to this whole mess is to put our trust in God. It doesn't mean we don't do anything to resolve a bad situation. It doesn't mean we don't get angry when we see injustice and abuse. But it does mean we stop to remember who is ultimately in charge. It does mean we stop to acknowledge that God sees the situation and knows the best solution for everyone involved. No anger-fueled, half-baked, reactionary plan is going to bring about the right kind of change. We trust God for that. We can acknowledge our anger. We can feel our anger. And then we put that anger aside and let God show us the way forward through meditation and trust in Him. And hey, if you want to get better at meditation, we have a whole section on that in our free ebook, 5 Tools for Spiritual Growth. You can download your own copy in the show notes. Be angry and do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still. Selah. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord.
Verse by Verse is a companion podcast to the Daily Bible Verse blog, which you can find on the Life, Hope, and Truth Learning Center. Check out the show notes for more.